Bienvenido a otro video del Colegio Boston. No olvides suscribirte, activar la campanita, darle like y compartir.
Hello students, good morning to another tutorial that we have today. Today we're going to be checking another two topics. We're going to check, as always, vocabulary and grammar. I hope that you are having a great time. I know that it's difficult for you to be staying at home in these moments, but it's something that we have to do. I gotta tell you that it is important for all of us to be united, to be together in this situation. We have to be strong. We have to hold the fort. We have to be in our houses with our family, but most importantly, not just our houses. We also need to be in our homes. Remember, a house is only a building, but the home is the place where you are with the people that you love. In this case, your family members, the most important people for you in this moment. Today, we're going to be talking about, like I was telling you, grammar and vocabulary. I repeat my name again, one more time. My name is Victor Manuel. I'm a teacher at Colegio Boston, Cancun, Caba. Today, we're going to be starting with money. Do you like money? Do you need money? Is money necessary for you? What do you think about money? Money rules the world. Money goes around with the world. The world goes around with the money. Let's try to see some of these things, okay? Let's start with, do you know what is that? That could be a pound, okay? A sterling pound. It goes from Europe. It's the type of currency of money that we have in Europe, some parts of Europe. Not all of them, but yeah, some parts of them. The next one, euros. This is another currency that you also have. As well as you have pounds, you have euros. What do you think? Euros are that they cost more money than, for example, Mexican pesos? I think yes. Do they cost more than US dollars? Probably yes. We're going to check some others. We have in here, it says $50. Wow, this is a lot of money. But it says Central Bank of Belize. Okay, so it's Belizean type of currency. In this case, remember, we have different type of currency around the world. In this case, we have Belize. Belize actually is like really close to Cancun. This is actually one of the reasons why it shows this type of currency. It's if you can see on the streets, there are lots of people who come from all over the country. We have people from Mexico City. We have people from Monterrey. We have people from, I don't know, Cuernavaca, as the case of me, for example. But also we have foreigners. We have Argentinian people, Bolivian people, Belizean people. We have different type of people here in Cancun. Cancun is the mecca of tourism. So in here, money is what counts, okay? I know that in this moment, this is like really difficult for you if you are watching this, because money is something that we require. I mean, people say, please stay at home. And actually, that is like the sanitary necessity for you to have. In this moment, you must stay at home. You should have stayed at home from day one till this day. If you do it, that's good. If you don't do it, start thinking about it. Okay? Now, the next one that we have in here are some other type of currency. I think that this is also from like Europe. Yeah, I kind of think so. The next one, we have pesos. We have pesos. This is Mexican pesos. We have the $20, 20 pesos bill. We have the 100 bill. We have 200 bill, 500 bill, 1,000 pesos bill. We have different bills that we need to take into consideration. And lastly, but not leastly, I mean, we are ruled by the American country, so dollar, okay? And here it's just $1, but it's necessary to also take into consideration this type of currency, because actually here in Mexico we have a big debt towards USA, because at some point in history one of the characters borrow or lent money, more like lend money, no, borrow money to the United States. And now we owe that money, okay? We have a debt with the United States. Now, continuing with, I can tell you, what do you do with your money? This is a really important question, because, I mean, I know that with the sweat of your forehead, you need to work a lot of time to earn money, to make money. But when you have it, the money in your hands, you just like boom, 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 money everywhere? Or do you really like put into consideration that money needs to be invested, needs to be saved? You need to do something productive with your money. What do you do with your money? That's like the big question. Okay? Tell me, do you buy? And if you buy, do you buy candy? Oh, candies are so delicious, you know? I love candy. As a kid, my dad, he would bring big jars of candy and it was so nice. I mean, later it was difficult with the dentist and stuff, but candy is just like always it's something delicious to have. Maybe not every day, but maybe once every 3 or 4 days, delicious. Okay? Do you spend it? I mean, do you buy video games? I mean, nowadays I have seen that people play more video games because you know in the past it was like, hey, boy, girl, son, daughter, please go outside and play with your friends. But in these moments, it's not possible to play with the friends outside, like outdoors. But now we have to play indoors. So please, first do all your homework and later, after your homework, after your chores, after helping your mom or your dad making the dinner, the supper, the lunch, you can have some video games and people buy video games online, which is something good. You don't have to go outside your house. Now, do you buy cakes? Mmm, delicious cake. I love cakes. I love the strawberry cake. Oh, that is like super delicious. But you know, there's one that is called impossible. Impossible that you miss it. Next one, do you donate money? I mean, do you give money probably to charity? Do you support companies like the Red Cross? You know, sometimes people are on the hallways, on the sideways, on the streets, on the avenues, and they are asking for money. If you ever see people that ask for money for the Red Cross, please help them. If you see people asking money as charity, you can also help them. I mean, it feels good. You have like a really good sensation in your heart when you help somebody else, probably someone that is in a disadvantage. The next one, do you lend money? Lend money. You know, they say never lend money to a family friend, to a family or a friend. Because when you tell them, hey, it's time for you to pay, they're like, oh no, not this time. Maybe the next week, maybe the next month, maybe the next year. You know what? I'm not going to pay. And what is more, they get angry because you are charging them. So please be cautious. Okay? So whenever you lend money, be please very careful who you lend money to. Because later, do you owe money to other people? I mean, if you lend money, that is bad. But if you owe money, if you take money from other people, that is terrible because later it is very difficult for you to pay. It says in here, why lending money to friends is a bad idea. Do you know why? Sometimes it breaks out the relationships that we have with people. Sometimes that's terrible. Now, should you lend money to friends or relatives? Probably no. Probably it's not the best idea. To give money to somebody else means that you have a contract, and the relationships that you have might not be the best idea. Continuing with, I tell you, do you save money? I mean, do you take your money into a piggy bank? Yep, that is called a piggy bank. Do you save money? Maybe for your pension, your college, vacation, house, medical. Well, this is more for your parents, for your mom, for your dad, for your grandpa, for your grandma. But I mean, you could also start saving money for that. I mean, it's a good option for the future. That is something good. Do you invest? Actually, you know, saving money is a good idea, but investing money, it's better. That's like the best idea because when you invest, you make your money grow. Okay, if you have like this amount of money and you save it, it's the same, the same, the same. But in you invest, grows, it goes bigger. You have more money. So please invest your money. Okay? Make your money work for you. Find a business and make it grow. Now, do you spend money? What about a shopping spree? When you have lots of money and you go buying CNA, Palace of Iron, different type of store that you can go and that you can buy. Just that, then again, please be careful how much money you spend. Because sometimes you can spend a lot of money that you even don't have. Maybe you can get a debt with a credit card and that's like terrible. Please do not have credit cards. Those are terrible. Uh, Please do not be like, oh, I have my money now, money everywhere. No, it's not the best idea. Maybe you can spend your money on family vacations. Actually, that is a really good idea. Not in this moment, probably not in July, probably not in August, but maybe on December, you can like put away money and you can invest on spending money with your family. Now, let's see the definitions, shall we? We have invest, spend money on someone, something, or in a place, thinking that in the future it will come back in a greater sum. Like I was telling you, you put your money into a business and it grows. The next one, lend. To give money to someone else with the expectations that the money will come back in a determined time. Okay? In this case, when you give money to a family or a friend or someone, and then you expect that person to pay it back. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Be careful. Oh, when someone lends you money, you have a debt with that person, with that bank, etc. Okay, you have a contract, and contracts are difficult to fulfill, so please be cautious. Save, action of putting money aside in a bank account, a piggy bank, or even under the mattress for later use. Yes, I know. Under the mattress, people do it. I mean, it's terrible, but yeah, people do it. Now, spend, normally associated with using your money to buy lots of different items or goods, but with no way to get it back. Okay? When you go on a shopping spree and you buy that beautiful blouse, that beautiful skirt, that beautiful dress, those beautiful jeans, those beautiful shoes, there is no way for you to get that money back. Something that you buy, something that you spend, buy money. Now, buy, action of using your money to obtain items, goods, etc., just because you want them, or most importantly, because you need them. In this moment, we are living the pandemic, so we need to buy for food. That's something that we need, that we require. Now, may I ask you, do you regret or feel bad about something you didn't do in the past? I mean, do you think that something that you did in the past was incorrect or you didn't do it correctly? Let's see. Maybe the last time you didn't hug your best friend, in this moment, people tell you, do not touch, do not be close to the other person. But maybe in the past, it was a pleasure, really good pleasure to hug someone else, to hug your best friend, to hug your mom, to hug your dad when they arrive from outside. It was like, it's something that I really liked to do when I was a kid. My mom, my dad would come back from work and I would give them a big hug. That was something really important. Now, maybe a kiss on the forehead. That's also something that parents usually do when they are at home. Something that in this moment is not possible. Even there is a video of an Asian guy who is like crying because when he arrives home, his daughter wants to give him a kiss, and he's like, no, 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 sorry, I can't. So that's terrible. What about jumping on the water? It was so fun when you were a kid and jumping on the water, something that probably in this moment is not recommended. It says in here a little joke. Teacher, yes? Would you punish me for something I didn't do? Of course not. Oh, because I didn't do my homework. Well, that's something that actually I regret not doing when I was a kid. I hope that you as kids, you regret not doing this. What about this one? Playing with your hands. It was something that people used to do all the time when they're kids. In these moments, it's not possible because you cannot touch other people. Now, playing with pillows, a pillow fight, that was super fun. And even going jogging or exercising in the park, something that you cannot do anymore. Why? Because of this pandemic. Be careful. Now, to finish up with, we're going to talk about grammar. To talk about regrets, we need to use the following structure. We have subject, should not have, verb in past participle, and the complement. For example, people is the subject, shouldn't, have, stayed inside, this is the verb in past participle, and, well, part of the complement, playing games. Okay? This is something that people regret. So people shouldn't have stayed inside playing video games before the pandemic. Now it's something that is, well, is required, something that we have to stay inside. And maybe that is something that we regret, but don't confuse regret with criticism. Criticism is when you tell people what is your recommendation, what is your suggestion or advice. And for that, we need another structure. We need subject plus should, have, verb in past participle in complement. So we have she should have gone outside to play with her friends. Okay, in this case, it's like the opposite. It's my recommendation and it's also a criticism that I have for people who stayed in their houses before the pandemic. She, we, you, they should have should have gone outside to play with your friends, something really important. Now that we know the difference between how to use should not have and the verb in past participle for regrets, and should have plus the verb in past participle to talk about advices or recommendations, let's check again the different examples. And I'm going to give you some examples. For example, about hugging. Hugging. People shouldn't have stopped other people from giving you a hug, okay? But nowadays, in this moment, people should have stayed apart from other people to stop the pandemic to spread, okay? Maybe you shouldn't have retained yourself from jumping on the water because it was a fun activity. And now in this moment, it's something that you cannot do. Maybe you shouldn't have slept late playing video games because later you didn't do the homework. Maybe you should have paid attention to your homework first and then do the video games. And maybe you should have played, more pillow fight with your family in the past. Probably in these moments, it's something that is very difficult because we cannot coach. But when all of this is finished, please make sure that you stay with your family and you play with your family. This is like my recommendation, okay? Thank you very much for watching today's class. It was a pleasure to have you here. Wonderful day. Goodbye.